Hi everyone, my name is Nora, and I'm excited to share my thoughts on this week's discussion board. As a reminder, my big problem is improving support on ESL learners and students with special needs, especially in an inclusive environment, or inclusive classroom environment, I should say. Looking through sorry, this is really hard for me to pronounce. Bronfenbrenner's biological theory. I've been thinking about how both the microsystems, where students' direct learning environments is, and mesosystems, relationships between home, school, and services, are important. But today I'm focusing on the microsystem because I believe that's where the biggest opportunities for change begins, especially through the relationship between teachers, aides, and students. The individual group I'm focusing on for the behavioralism deep dive is elementary English learners with mild learning disabilities, specifically with the general education classroom. Behaviorism, as we learn, is a theory that focuses on observable changes in behavior. It's all about how we can use reinforcement, practices, and consequences to shape behavior and learning. This approach isn't focused on internal thoughts or feelings, but instead of what we can see and measure, I think the microsystem is the best place to apply the behaviorism because that's where students have the most direct interaction with the learning environment. Teachers can see what behavior students are demonstrating and offer positive reinforcement like prize tokens, small rewards for doing something small, or participating in the class or following routines. For example, I could create a visual chart that English learners and students with learning disabilities could track on a daily, It could include goals like raise your hand before speaking, or complete writing a task in 10 minutes, so on. Every time they meet the goal, they earn a star, and at the end of the week, we can have a fun activity like a pizza party or something, or we can have a classroom privilege, you know what I mean? Anything we can have fun to kind of shape that behavior. This structure uses operant condition, which is the B.F. Skinner's idea. They reinforcement desired behaviors and build positive learning habits over time. It also helps reduce anxiety by providing predictable and clear expectations. So that's my idea, how behaviors can be applied in the microsystem to support ESL learners with mild learning disabilities. I love your help thinking about how this might be adjusted for group activities or how to keep students engaged in the long term. If you try anything similar in your classrooms or anywhere that you work at, or something that you do with your big problem, please let me know because I'm kind of having a little hard time because I feel like it's a whole more different when there's big groups, so it's a lot more harder. But please do let me know, that way I can take those tips. And thank you for listening, and I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback. Bye bye.